Honeysuckle Campground played host to 16 new contenders vying for the crown.
Coobadang and Winu were evenly matched early, splitting the first two immunity challenges, which sent home Sam and Grace.
The Love Rocks twist scattered the players and opened up opportunities for dynamic alliances and strategy chat.
Coobadang emerged as the dominant tribe, winning the next two challenges. And as the heavens opened, Joseph...
How fucking dare all of you!
...and Simon were sent packing.
A double elimination twist ended Hayley's cockroach arc, as well as Banfield's game just before the merge.
The season theme, The Ultimate Sacrifice, taught players that no advantage came without risk.
I kind of need to have good numbers with me for the next two votes, otherwise I'm toast.
I'm freaking out right now. I'm calm, but I'm freaking out. Yeah.
5 players made the ultimate sacrifice and had to maneuver through its pitfalls.
The Ultimate Sacrifice twist culminated at the merged Tribal Council, where an unprecedented amount of advantages were played to send John home with just 2 votes.
I'm fully expecting to be a target tonight, but I'm certainly not going quietly, with this, so I'm playing that tonight.
James fought hard until the bitter end, but Anna broke free and he was eliminated.
Michael and Mars set their sights on Malcolm, and in one of the season's biggest moves, he became the next jury member, with Joe following him out the door in a surprise double tribal.
Last episode, Mel and Anna put their season-long rivalry aside.
Anna and I have had not the best working relationship, but she's all I've got.
Despite their best efforts, Mel couldn't be saved. And now 5 players remain.
Anna has found her voice and is ready to make more big moves to get to the end.
I'm just going to do my best, and I really think that, I can hopefully pull some big moves.
Nick has won 3 immunities in a row to emerge as the season's challenge beast, who always plays with a hint of chaos.
The pressure is building. I feel like the target on my back can't really get much bigger than this.
Sophie has been a social and loyal player throughout, but can she take the extra step and play a winning game?
It's been an absolute ride, so I'm so close now that now I just don't want to give up.
Michael has played a strategic and savvy game and is out to prove that he can stand alone at the top.
I've been on the right side of every single vote.
Ma has demonstrated to be a social and strategic beast, creating options for herself in all directions.
I think I'm a kick-ass boss bitch who wants to get it done.
The finale is here. Who will be the sole survivor?
It feels like slightly less, yeah. Oh my god, I feel like a new man. Okay, that's maybe a bit
Testimonials! I was under the impression that we were going to be voting Sophie out because Ma and Michael told me that's what we were going to do, but clearly that wasn't the case. But you could have just told me. That's the thing that I just don't understand, is that I said I was willing to vote her. I am. So if you don't trust me, it's
the ideology and trust. Because you have to think that if you have an idol.
I don't have an idol. I think I'm definitely an easy vote at this point. I don't know if they're being genuine when they say that Nick is like the biggest threat and they would go for him if he doesn't win immunity again. So I guess if he doesn't win immunity, hopefully he'll be voted out.
I'm still, the goal is the same. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, but you say that and then every vote you've gone against what, like you took my vote, then you voted.
Yeah,
You've just done the opposite to what you said.
I told you I was going to vote Malcolm.
Yeah, but still, like you didn't tell me you were going to take my vote, and then this vote you completely didn't do what you said. So why should I trust you, like at all?
Because your options are you want to go to the end with. At this point, we're stuck with each other. I want to go to the end.
Why do you think they're going to vote? What do you mean?
Because I think our goals are aligned. I think we want the same people out in the end. I know Mel, it was scary. Mel, honestly, it was because I couldn't swing Michael.
Yeah, okay.
And going to rocks
Yeah.
would scare me. It wasn't I would have gone to the end with you and Mel, but I just cannot swing Michael.
I genuinely think I'm definitely at the bottom of this tribe of 5, but I'm a very determined person, so I think I can hopefully stay.
I believe we can win.
Okay, so if he
doesn't, obviously Sophie and Michael will be options. I think I'm stuck with Michael. The benefits is that he could beat Nick. I think it's more likely to beat Nick at a challenge than Soph. The advantage with Soph is that Michael might be a bigger threat in the finals. What do you think? In my mind, I would love to go to the end with the other 2 remaining women. I think I can beat them. I think Soph has kind of dug herself into a hole.
So you want to vote for Nick, and then if he wins the challenge, you want to vote for?
I'll vote. Yeah, I'll vote where you want to vote. Like,
Okay,
right? And
yeah,
but we obviously we need someone else.
Yeah.
So.
Do you reckon those 3 would vote against us probably? Or you 3 would vote against us?
I believe in Michael.
You believe in Michael?
And Anna has been at the bottom, and I know she's pissed a little people off, and I think her erratic gameplay kind of makes her a good person to take to the end. I think she hasn't had a lot of control. I know you could turn around and vote me out as well.
No, I can't because I don't have anyone on my side.
Well, that's
so
the thing. That's
anyway.
the thing. I'm telling you, I'm on your side.
Okay. I mean, I know.
I've been voting like around you.
Yeah.
But I haven't voted for you at all.
It's just been such an emotional roller coaster today. Like, I'd never thought I would get to final 5, and here I am. And yeah, sort of just like skimming through by the seat of my pants, and yeah, like it's been an absolute ride. So I'm so close now that now I just don't want to give up. I'm not holding that personally against you.
I think it's similar to the situation where you put me down.
Absolutely.
It's just like older
has to be
exactly,
and it has to be a number, and like you need to put it in.
Ma and Michael were like pushing hard to me that they were going to vote you. Like that's the thing, is that I was genuine when I said I'd put to Mel, but they like full convinced me that the vote was you, and I don't understand the reasoning behind that, because I said like I'll vote Mel, so they should have just told me vote like no, because only you and Nick told me Mel, but like Michael and Mel were really pushing you at me. They didn't even mention Mel's name to me. They're like Sophie, and they were even whispering to me that it's Sophie. Like, why not just tell me it was Mel?
Mel was voted out 4 votes to 2, and the way that looks is it was 4 Gooberdang votes to 2 Winu votes, and not surprisingly, the Winu votes were on me. So I was expecting it. And this is the thing, we need to start looking at. We're top 5. We're final 5. And we need to start looking at pictures, and
I'm so underestimated. So
who can you beat?
People take me to the end, like that's easier for them to win in their eyes, because they don't see that I've done anything. I think the messaging I want to try and push is that they can beat me if we get to the final. So I think most people aren't aware of like anything that I do, or they think I just follow everyone else. So I think if I can tell everyone that like if you bring me to the end, you know, it'll probably be easier for you to win, they might take me along.
I honestly, and I'll just tell you just a fun fact, I don't speak well under pressure. Like, and even in that tribal where I literally said 5 words, because I don't speak well under
Neither
pressure.
do I.
And yeah, so for me, like I've been playing a bit of a game where I'm kind of like, no, like I don't know the game that well. So I think I might even drop to my alliance now. If it's a final 3 and one of you have to choose someone to take or something like that, I don't think I could beat you both. So, hopefully they look at that and go, well, we could beat her in the pitch.
But
So who are you thinking for this vote?
just not me, but if I had to choose someone, honestly,
I
is it
think we
weird if
need
I
to
think
start
I want
looking
to
at
get rid of
Endgame.
Ma? Because I feel like she's a huge social threat. She has everyone, like, she's so persuasive.
She's a great player.
But imagine her jury listening to her. They're
No,
all going to vote for her
She's
to
a
win.
great player.
I actually think the leader of this group is not Nick, as Ma mentioned in the tribal council. I actually think it's her. I think she's very strategic and very social, whereas I think Nick sort of has a target on his back. I'm willing to do like whatever I can do to stay in this, honestly. So if I just can't tell when people are being genuine with me.
Yeah.
It's what I'm really bad at.
So Ma is your thought?
I just think like you're not going to go tell her that straight away.
No.
Because you have an alliance with her.
Yeah.
Otherwise, obviously, like Nick is a huge threat. I feel like
Well, it also depends what happens as well.
challenge.
Yeah, challenge. Look, to be honest, I think Anna's probably in a bit of trouble next vote.
That was a tough vote. Obviously, I've really liked getting to know Mel over the last, 24 to 36 hours. We started off on going to the first ultimate sacrifice together, so I feel like we sort of had that little bond.
Yeah, Sophie was nervous.
She was very nervous because I think she was worried that I was going to flip, and I was like, no, yeah. I mean, and you get it because like she's the other
absolutely.
name. For me, if Nick wins individual immunity, I feel like I really have to push Anna because I'm not turning on Ma at all. Alright, what do you think of Nick? Anna? Is it Anna or Anna? Because I've heard Anna and Anna. I feel like anyone from Orange who makes it to the end, they have a great story arc because, they've really battled to even just make it to merge, and then obviously being so far down in numbers in merge.
So, Tribal went to plan. Perfect plan, actually. I think the 4 remaining Kubadang, we've been pretty tight all game, and I think we realised that, look, we've got the numbers, we're at final 6, like, let's lock this in, let's make it to the final 4 together. I honestly think, like, look at us, we're here. Like,
We said from
we said it like from yesterday, and
Yeah.
I think Michael is a very serious threat, and actually Anna as well, in particular. I think Anna is, she's quiet, but she makes like amazing moves.
And she just said it to me. She's like, I think I'm pretty underestimated, and I think
Absolutely.
she didn't mean to say that. I don't think she used the right word.
So I do think I can beat both Sophie and Ma. I think like they've played fantastic games, but like probably not as visible. Like, Ma just called me a cult leader at Tribal Council, and I think those sorts of like statements, and even like Sophie going out of her way to help me, and the way that people brought me information the whole way through the game, even when my back's up against the wall, I think I should be able to like talk pretty well at Final Tribal.
If I don't win here, I'm just going to find time.
Come on in.
All right, welcome back, Eclipse. I do like saying that, tribe name. So the last Tribal Council, the second last member of when you got sent home. So Anna, do you feel like you are a bit on your lonesome at the moment?
Yeah, I do a little bit. I mean, I'm the last Orange tribe member left, but we'll see.
And so if you're getting down to it now, we're really close to the end. Can you touch the goalpost yet, the finish line yet, or are you still not counting your chicken?
I mean, the finish line can never be touched until you're actually crossing it, so
100%.
not at this point.
Good answer. Well, are you ready to get to your next challenge?
Yes!
All right.
We'll just get the necklace back.
Temporarily.
It's getting old.
Temporarily.
Yeah, we need to see someone else next time.
Mind it for me for a sec.
Okay.
They missed it. I said you may as well call it a Nicholas now. Zing.
Zinger.
I love it. Sorry. I love it. No, okay, that's
Oh God, sorry, yeah.
So we are playing for immunity back up for grabs, but we are also playing for award. So we've got some lamingtons and some biscuits.
Some homemade biscuits.
Some homemade biscuits, yes, yeah. So yeah, lots to play for. So in this challenge, we are giving you a maths equation. So hope you like maths.
In this challenge, players will be told a maths equation and then must run to different stations to count up items to help them solve the equation. The cups times the cutlery, get that number, then add the skewers and the rocks, get that number, and then finally minus the dominoes. Once players have their final number, they must use it to open a combination lock. The first player to show us an open lock wins immunity and is safe from the vote. Survivors ready? Go! Everybody's running to different spaces.
So the combination is the cups times the cutlery, get that answer, add the skewers and the rocks. When you get that answer, minus the dominoes, that'll give you a 3-digit combination. First person to open their combination, show us an open lock, wins immunity, guaranteed spot in the final 4. So close they can taste it.
I wonder if no food all day makes the mind a bit fuzzy, runs a bit tired.
Yeah, I can't imagine doing maths with no food. You're tired, you're stressed.
And it looks
It's the last thing I'd want to do.
a little lost.
So the biggest one is the skewers, so that's going to take the longest time to do.
Everybody's working on sort of different elements.
Anna, definitely the underdog. She possibly needs immunity the most out of anyone here. The last remaining Win-U. Will they remember the equation? That's the hard part. While they're trying to count things. So maybe just trying different numbers now? Spot in the final 4. Nothing to be sneezing at. Is that the same?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. So Michael and Ma are talking, perhaps more collusion going on in the purple tribe.
Pen and paper. No, I need a pen and paper.
I didn't put the sticks in. I forgot the sticks.
Ma using the dirt to try and solve the equation. Writing in the dirt. Interesting strategy there. So Ma and Michael working together. That could be bad news for someone that's not Michael and Ma. This is for a spot in the final 4. If you're not fighting hard at this stage, what are you doing?
Okay, so it's coming back again. Will she have the answer?
So trying again. Does she have it? Tries the combinations, not coming open. She thinks she's close. She might be trying numbers around where she is. Trying different things. Nick with 3 immunity wins in a row. Can you do 4 in a row? It would be a record for Survivor Canberra. Nick trying a combination. Deep in thought, trying to remember those numbers.
Nick's combination not working.
Sophie possibly just trying everything at this stage. She's been at that station for a long time. Alright, Michael thinks he has it. A bit of excitement. Nick wins immunity for the 4th time and reward.
Okay,
All right,
Nick,
Nick, congratulations.
You've done it again.
Immunity again.
this is yours.
Thank you very much.
Safe for another tribal council.
You've also run reward in the form
Thank you
of
very much.
lamingtons and homemade biscuits.
This is for the tribe.
Well, a reward is great, Nick, but a reward is better shared. So pick one person to share the reward with.
So I can only share it with one person.
One person.
Correct.
You'll be in a different location to the rest of the tribe.
I think I'm going to share with Soph. So she was, been very good to me in that last challenge. So.
All right. So Nick and Soph, you'll be enjoying your reward at a different location to camp.
Yep.
Anna, Ma, Michael, you'll be heading back to camp, and we'll give you all a bit to think about the vote, and then we'll get to tribal council very soon. So you can head on out.
Well done.
Good job.
I just need to know for a go that we're good. And she's like, so at the reward that Nick won in our last immunity challenge, because Nick won reward and immunity, he chose to take me to have like a little afternoon tea. Oh, these look good.
I do.
That'll be like good sustenance.
Considering how much Soph has helped me in challenges and just generally being loyal in the game, I thought she was probably the one who's most likely to be annoyed if I don't pick her.
Yeah, so I just said to Ma, I said, are we good? I pointed to the 3 of us. She goes, yeah, absolutely. But obviously they're gonna target me because I'm away.
I've got a lot of trust in Ma. You can never trust someone 100%, but I think Ma and Soph haven't really given me too many reasons to not trust them. If I knew it was only going to be one person, maybe I should have taken Ma or something to really lock her in, because I know you're solid. But anyway, what can we do?
Honestly, for me,
Do we think though that the best plan of attack for us is getting rid of Anna, so then we can get rid of, or do we want to get?
No, but I would not say Anna.
No, I was going to say we got to get rid of Sophie. because
Sophie, for me.
she's going to keep fucking helping him out with challenges.
So what happened at the challenge? What happens all the time? Nick wins. Is there anything the guy can do? I'll give him that. It's pretty impressive. I'm so mad. It's he just has 7 lives. He will not die.
And
Take him to the fire. She will go to
she
the
helped
fire.
him with that challenge again too.
She would, even if he loses, she'll take him to the fire.
I'm happy to vote for her, but I just how do I know that you're still going to vote
Well,
for me? But I guess
Because think about
It's
it.
hard.
It's logically.
None of us have anything.
I don't know. I was that's why I don't even do a confessional straight away.
At the end of
Because I wanna.
he needs to be weakened in the he needs to be voted out, and the only way that he can be voted out is by obviously losing immunity, and the best chance of that happening is with her not there.
And we couldn't do that last vote.
Because I
know.
don't know. Yeah, we couldn't solve. Yeah, you're right.
Now that we cannot vote Nick out, it's time to vote someone I really care about and someone that I have played this game from the very start and someone I gave my word to, and that's Sophie.
No, but I'm with you guys. I want to do that.
But
I'll be
that's
honest,
yeah. This is where we are now.
We didn't think that he was going to be winning this challenge
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, of course.
That's
Like,
the thing.
because there's such a he's winning a wide variety of challenges.
And I
Yeah.
think
I think that because she definitely because we were working
even,
because
even
again
if
that was
he
to
loses,
stop him.
she will take him to.
I'm with you guys. I want to vote her. I just don't know. I'm 100% with you guys. I'm just worried for myself. Is this true?
Yeah.
So we just had our final 5 challenge. Nick had won the last 3 challenges, so he was safe at the last 4 tribal councils. He's basically gone through this entire merge safe, which is very frustrating for anyone to have just been able to cruise through like that.
For me,
Well,
in my
'cause-
head, I'm ready to cut Sophie off. Like she's pissed me off to the point that
So if you're genuine with that, I'm more than happy
Yeah.
to do that.
I don't want to go to the end.
She's going to keep helping him with challenges.
Yeah. And do you think she'll throw out my name? Probably.
Yeah, for sure.
She probably will
For sure.
because
I'm not even
she
gonna
said
lie to you.
initially
I
that
think
she
she
wants the
even
whole
told
purple
me
thing.
that.
They
She wants the
I
think
don't understand that. It's so
they're gonna
unfair.
throw, and I think
I
they
know.
might honestly they might even go for Michael because they might be scared that Michael could win
A challenge.
the last challenge.
Maybe I'm underestimating her, but at this point she's proven that she's willing to throw away her game for this guy, being Nick.
I think she just got scared. She got scared. She didn't have the balls to like go against.
Yeah.
Well, and I feel like initially she wasn't so.
Well, I wanted to get it out for
I
like
know.
vote. So I want to
Yeah.
get her out
Yeah,
this
yeah,
way.
yeah.
I just don't want it to be me. Like you
Yeah.
guys could easily all 4 just
I know.
vote me.
The,
Well, I
you
feel
have
like
to
with
think the
previous
reason
ones,
I
yeah.
didn't lose. I didn't want to lose Michael.
My alliance from the start has been Nick and Soph. That's the final 3 that I made really early on. The thing they didn't know is that Michael and I were even a tighter 2.
They're gonna look for an idol though, like hardcore. So we should look for an idol because
Yeah.
that's what Nick
Yeah.
said.
Like, I think you've got a way better resume. A way better resume. And
Piss
Ma.
people off though.
Pardon?
I piss people off. Anyway,
In what way?
I think James is pissed at me because he really thought we were working together.
Yeah. But did you
But
write
John
his
was
name? Did you write
obviously
James's
like,
name?
No.
There you go.
So, on the reward, I decided to tell Soph that I voted for her. And I was the rogue vote, and then I proceeded to lie to her face.
You've just got to stick to that. Like,
Well, actually, on that vote, I have something to tell you.
did you write my name?
I wrote your name. But can I explain why? And why I haven't told you yet?
Yes.
Do you want to know why?
To
Because I
push
was
the-
actually stressed that you guys were losing trust in me because of all the shit that James was saying. And
So you had to write my name to put trust back in him.
So by writing it, I thought we could then go around and be like, you know, oh, maybe who did that? Like, you know, and it might bring us together.
Interesting. Nick, who has been like my main alliance from day 1, told me that the rogue Sophie vote was him.
Yeah, I thought that James was gonna really derail like the trust that we had, and like I know, you know, it was a lie, but like I guess at the same time, I don't know, the intentions were
dude.
good. Anyway, we've all lied a million times.
I've played most of
Yeah.
the game with a lie, being the ultimate sacrifice. His reason being that he had to show his, like he had to give a bit of trust to some other people. Yeah, so he voted for me, and he wanted to let me know like before the end of the game. And I have no hard feelings about that. It was one single vote, so I actually believe what he said to me. That's so funny because
Yeah,
Ma said I reckon it was one of the boys.
right.
I'm not going to tell it was you.
I mean, it is what it is now. I'm trusting you with that.
If you
info.
want her to find that out, then she'll either find it out at final 3 next to you, or final 2 next to you, or you know, jury on the bench. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
So look, I wasn't going to tell her, but I think at this stage in the game, with my target being so big, I really need to like reel her in tighter than ever, and just make sure that, you know, she's loyal to the soil.
Like, Anna comes across as really unsuspecting, but she's smart.
Yeah.
Like, she is so smart, and she shows no emotion.
She's really good.
She's like, she says the right things, she says what you want to hear, and yeah. So if my alliance is still solid, then Anna is going home for the main reason, not because it's for Gubadang versus One Winu. It's because right now, like, the jury, she would have jury votes. She would have Winu jury votes, and we've got to think about our longevity going into final tribal.
Like, I just want one of the three of us to win. Like, it's not about the money. It's not even about like.
Oh, I haven't even thought about it.
No, neither.
Seriously.
Anna, you know, coming from the Orange tribe, if she makes it through to the end, then, I mean, she's defied all of the odds. She's had the toughest path to the end.
But my thing is, she might, like Anna, might perform beautifully under pressure.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
so calm, she's so quiet.
With Ma, we have played together from day dot. We've done everything together. And obviously when you go to the end with someone who's played such a similar game, you know, sometimes they'll find it hard to differentiate between the two.
That's where my vote's
If I
going.
tell Michael something, you can tell. That's like, for me, that's the plan.
Alright.
We voted together the whole time. I don't know if you've noticed. I hope nobody has. It's too late. We have voted together the whole entire time.
I honestly
I feel like it's gonna be four on me. One.
What would you be interested in doing?
I don't know, I'm open to anything from anyone, really. I don't feel like I have the same like vendetta out to get Nick that everyone else does. I'm like, he's just another contestant too, so I'm not that fussed about who goes as long as it's not me at this stage. Yeah.
For me, it's like, we're married to convenience with you, me, and Michael.
Yeah.
Like, if we don't, like,
So why'd you call Nick separately just now? Just to
to make him feel safe.
Okay. Oh, 100%. I think there's still a purple versus orange mentality here, which I just think is ridiculous.
That's the thing. That's why it bothers me about Nick. I think he sees me and Soph as someone he can just stick to the end. That's
Yeah.
why he's so like, no, let's stick together. That kind
So
of
was
bothers
he
me.
was he saying me? Nick just
No, no.
Do I go with Soph and Nick, who are my alliance and are guaranteeing me final 3? Or do I go with Michael and Anna, who I think I have a better shot at winning?
Oh my god, it would be so cool for us to just say that we did it and we made the final 4 together, and that's what I'm sticking to. You guys. I'm voting for Anna. To be honest, I had like no time to chat with anyone, but I think if we can lock in the Kubadang group as like the final 4, that is incredible.
She has jury votes over me.
So 2 people are going home, and I need it to be the right 2 people because I need to go into the final 3 with my best chance at winning.
Come on in. The members of the jury, come on in. Oh yes, I will. Joan, James, Mal, Joe, and Mel. Voted out at last tribal council.
Yeah, it's a bit hard. It's not hard getting down, it's hard getting up.
Nick, another immunity win. It's hard not to point it out. You won 4 in a row now. That's a record. So, how does it feel? You're in the final 4. That's amazing.
It is absolutely amazing to think that I'm in the final 4. I really did not think that was possible starting the game, but here we are. It's so scary though. I just feel like as soon as I lose one, I'm out of here. But anyway, It feels like deja vu. I'm saying this.
It does a bit for us as
For
well.
us.
And I wanted to ask you, I mean, I feel like we are also repeating ourselves, you know, about the Winyu and Kupidang thing, but you are the last Winyu tribe member, and there seems to be that there possibly is a pairing between the other two, the other 4 members. Do you feel that? Are you the swing vote, or are you muddied in the water somewhere in the middle, or?
No, I definitely feel like there's still a divide between the 2 tribes, which I think is a bit silly at this point, but I think that it definitely could be me going tonight based solely on that reason, and I just think that's also like a very safe and very boring way to play the game, to literally just vote me because of the tribe that I originally came from. And I think that if people give me a chance and actually talk to me, that I'd be a valuable like vote for them in the future.
So have you made that pitch to anyone before this tribal?
I think so, yeah. I've been talking to a few people, but I obviously don't know exactly what's going to happen. But I guess that's my pitch now, is like, if you keep me around, I can help you. I don't have any strong connections, strong alliances, so just keep me there.
So, Ma, how do you differentiate your game from the other 3 Kupidang members when you all seem to be, the perception is that you're playing a similar game, I guess. What are you doing that the other 3 members of Kupidang aren't doing that will get you that win at the final Tribal Council?
I think coming to the merge with the numbers, it was easy to see all the purples as one big unit. I think I came to Survivor with the motto of every single person here has a vote, and so my main strategy was I'm going to give every single person here the time of day. I think I had a strategic chats with every single person that played this game before and after merge. I think being flexible, being able to, being that person that people would come as the flexible purple was a strength. I think I'm hoping that I've done enough to differentiate myself.
There is still time as well to differentiate.
Of course, yeah,
yourself,
of course.
yeah.
So you have to think, do I stick with an alliance that I made day 1, minute 1, that honestly has forgiven, has stuck with me the whole time, and this is like, for me, this is genuine friendship. But I do listen to Anna, and I'm a fan of this game. So when she says, yeah, voting that tribal alliance all the way through, I agree, it's boring. But that's easy to say when you're the minority. When the majority, it's just like sweet. So that's what you have to see. Like, do I stick with people that have been with the game, or do I switch things up and really differentiate myself?
So Anna, your perception is who's leading the 4? Who is going to get to the end of Final Tribal Council and win, and who are being dragged along, do you think?
Ooh, that's a big question.
Who needs to make a move is probably a better question.
It's still a bad question. I think that I'm just going to be ambiguous. I'm just going to say, I think
the time for ambiguity for you is probably over, to be honest. So,
yeah,
I mean, up to you, but
I think
seems that way.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. Yeah, I think that Ma's actually playing a really big game. She's very strategic, very social. And I think everyone's painting Nick as like the biggest threat, but I'm like, he is a big threat, but I think that a lot of other people are sort of falling under the radar. I think Sophie is playing a huge game. I think Michael as well. I actually think all of them are playing genuinely bigger games than people realise. And I think their strategy is just to put it all on Nick and be like, he's the huge threat, he's playing the biggest game, blah, blah, blah. But they're playing equally as big games too.
Do you think maybe that perception is because Nick's just been winning all the challenges, Michael? Or is there more to it than that?
Partially, yes, because I mean, the jury aren't at our camp. They don't see the strategic talks that are going on. All they see is when we walk in and they see that Nick, basically, he may as well get this tattooed around his neck at this point.
Did you dub it?
Yeah, it's not a necklace anymore, it's a Nicklace. I know, so, yeah, I mean, and, you know, some people do value challenge strength and challenge wins. I mean, there is more to Survivor than just that. And as Anna said, I think, I think all 5 of us are playing good games. I mean, we've had to beat some really tough competition to get to this point, so we can't be playing terrible games.
No, obviously you're all playing well to get to this stage. But Sophie, what are you doing to set yourself apart? Because obviously the jury is only seeing tribal councils, they're seeing who's winning immunity. How do you explain to a jury, if you get to the end, that your game is different?
I think if you get to the end, you need to be honest with how you've played. And for me, at the end of the day, you can only be honest about how you played, and because once you get to that final tribal and you pitch to the jury, you've got nothing else to hide. The game, it's almost over. So there's no other way around it. So to set yourself apart, you just need to be honest with what you've done and how you've got there. And for me, that's all you can really do.
And Anna, I want to give you the final words here. It seems like you are fighting for your life, so what is your final pitch to the other 4 members?
I think my final pitch is just think about the type of game that you want to be remembered for. Do you want to be remembered for just going for the easy votes and making it to the end and not having much to talk about, or do you want to stick with what I suggested, what I've been talking about doing, and just actually do that this time and prove, that there's more to the game than just alliances from the start.
Absolutely. So with that, we'll get to the vote. So Soph, you're up first.
Anna, my vote's obviously for you because just like last tribal council, it's either you or me, and I hope I'm on the right side of the numbers. You harp on about, do you want to take the boring route, but quite honestly, honesty in this game with my alliance has meant everything to me, and I don't find that boring.
Sophie, we have played together this game, day 1. You have been a very good ally to me. I think your inflexibility is ultimately what tore us apart. I just cannot follow you blindly into a slaughter. I'm sorry.
Anna, I'm sorry. I actually would really like to work with you, and if by some chance you're still around, let's talk. But I just think we need to say that we got here, that alliance of 4, and we actually made it to final. Pretty exciting for us. So sorry to see you go.
All right, we'll go count the votes. All right, if anyone has an idol, this is the last tribal council to play. All right, we'll get to the vote. First vote. Anna. Second vote. Sophie. 1 vote Anna, 1 vote Sophie. Anna. 4th vote. Sophie. 2 votes Anna, 2 votes Sophie, 1 vote left. 12th person voted out and the 6th member of the jury, Anna.
Anna, well done, but the tribe has spoken.
Thank you.
Thanks Anna.
Thanks, Anna. Final 4, congratulations.
You did it.
You've
Good
made
job.
it here as a tribe as you wanted to, but now how are you going to separate yourselves from the pack, because there is no choice. So I'll let you work that out. Off you go.
Thanks guys, head on out.
I feel really happy. I had so much fun. I think I did a good job to get as far as I did. I was not expecting it. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how I went. It was a shock that someone actually voted with me, and I'm assuming it would have to be either Michael or Ma because they're the only ones I was talking to about the Sophie vote. I kind of wish I worked with Nick because I actually think at the start he genuinely seemed like he would be willing to work with me, but I think I made a mistake in sort of ditching that, seeing him as too much of a threat, and then working with other people who I actually think are being very like strategic and manipulative. Yeah. I would really actually like to see Nick win the game, just because I think he's got a huge target on his back. So if he can make it to the end, that'll be pretty impressive. So I think that's where my vote would go. I mean, I have to see what they have to say.
I did discuss with Ma and Anna that I would stick with them and vote for Sophie. This is the first time that I am lying to Ma, and I'm not following through with what I had said.
My final words is just thank you, for this opportunity, and I've had so much fun, honestly, and it's been great to meet everyone and a fun way to spend the weekend.
I'm sorry. I was never going to do you. I want you to know that.
No, I understand.
Oh, that was a spicy tribal council because I wasn't honest with my closest ally. I didn't want to go to the end with Anna, and I mean, I still do not want to go to the end with Nick. For me,
We're on the very same page always.
I thought I needed to really differentiate my game from theirs, and I feel as if this person was trying to sort of lead me towards the plan that she wanted. And like, the thing is, if we got rid of Sophie now, if Nick wins the next challenge, he's got a good chance, because the jury go in, like, everyone walks in and all they see is the immunity necklace, and I don't know if you're noticing, but they smile when they see that he's got it, because they probably think, oh, he's the underdog, he should have been voted out 3 or 4 times already, and he keeps on winning them. Up until this point, we've been working really well collaboratively. We've been really honest and open and transparent with one another, but yeah, we're getting down to the nitty gritty, and I had to really sort of set myself up for the next stage of the game.
Even if it comes, if like say I win, I would always pick you.
And same goes for me.
Yeah.
100%. I worry though, like, because the thing is, I wonder if it's fire making, and if it is a challenge, I would put myself in to go against it.
And you would?
I got God by my friend Michael. It did not go how I thought it was going to go, and I might have just buried my game.
We need to go to a tie, but then the thing is that will then put it to fire making. So
I mean, you and I
But so are we going to both go on to Sophie though? Because
yeah, I am. I'm okay.
I picked up 2 votes. I expected one of them from Anna, and the other one, I had an inkling that Michael might have worked with Anna for that final one.
Sophie, I'm sorry I voted you. Pardon? I'm sorry, I voted for you. I was the one.
Did you?
Yes. And the reason is, I'm gonna ask you.
Yeah.
Say you win the challenge.
Say I win the challenge.
Yeah.
This next
crazy
challenge.
things have happened. I know you made it sound like it was the craziest thing.
Would you take Nick to the end?
I'm a bit shocked that I got a second vote.
You seen the jury smile when he walks in?
I don't know if you noticed. Do you notice that the jury that they smile when they see that he walks into the aisle?
And this is honestly just my level of knowledge for the game, I suppose. Like, I don't understand any
so
of
that's
that.
why I think because you were not willing to turn on me.
Okay.
That's why I was like,
that's
and
fair.
Anna was.
Yeah.
I know you can.
That's
vote
fair.
for me, and
That's fair.
I'm sorry.
No, that's alright. You don't have to.
Sorry to crash the party.
That's alright. All good. All good.
For the last 2 votes, I've purely been looking at final 3 or final 2, and there's absolutely no way I could beat Michael in my pitch.
But I'm just going to be real, like, right now, and this is just me honestly speaking from my heart. If I go to final 2 or 3 or whatever it might be, I am not beating any of you.
I don't believe that.
I don't think that that's the case.
I know you're what?
You underestimate yourself so much. You are so well spoken.
And I think that's a confidence thing.
I'm really proud. Like, we did it. Michael is obviously, you know, the one on the outer for me. And so, yeah, I'm really keen to get to the end with Ma and Soph in particular.
Thanks. All I can think about is winning this last immunity challenge. I'm hoping it's an endurance challenge, because I am willing to endure anything.
I do think I need to win this final challenge. As much as I have pledged my loyalty to Soph and Ma in particular, I mean, I feel like if I were them, I would absolutely think, you know, can't be sitting next to Nick at the end.
Come on in. It's not easy to get to this point,
No.
but you guys have done it.
So, Michael, how does it feel to, achieve your goal? You made it as a group together. That's what you wanted to do, obviously. How's it feeling?
It feels amazing to have made it to this point, and especially with people that we've been with since the start of the game.
Absolutely. So we're going to get to your final immunity challenge. Nick, we're going to need the necklace back again. Again, deja vu. Wow. Like
We're getting very used to your head.
Yeah, I know. I've seen a lot of it. Too much. Very close. All right. Immunity back up for grabs for the final time. One of you is about to go to the final three and is going to plead your case to the jury. So let's get to the challenge.
In this challenge, players must complete a 50-piece puzzle. This is the hardest puzzle in Survivor Canberra history. So hard that we've allowed players to run to and check the solution nearby. The first player to complete the puzzle wins immunity and is guaranteed a spot in the final tribal council.
Okay, survivors ready. Go.
All right. Nick, Michael and Ma straight up to the solution table. Soph trying to work out some pieces here, different strategies. Which one will pay off? This is the final challenge. Nick's won 4 in a row. Can he do 5 in a row? It'd be an amazing feat.
It is not an easy puzzle, is it, Dan?
It is really, really hard. Which is why we put the solution up on the table there. Hopefully that helps a little bit. But we could be here for a little while. Sophie running up to the table for the first time. This is for a spot in the final 3. Chance to plead your case to the jury. Chance to win $200 in the title of Sole Survivor. There's a lot on the line here. It's a 50-piece puzzle. It doesn't seem like that's a lot of pieces, but when they're the shapes that they are, it's a lot of pieces.
Working together again.
Michael and Ma have had a history of working together in these challenges, something that we don't see very often.
On individual challenges.
And we're allowed to share information, we just can't do each other's puzzles, obviously. Ma with a few pieces on the table now. Looks like she's in the lead.
Ma's making a lot of progress.
I just, like, it's all fucking Japanese to me.
Pretty tight so far, but I think Nick is just slightly pulling ahead.
Nick with another piece.
come down to the wire.
Could come down to wire. It seems to be between Nick and Ma from my angle at the moment. So Ma, with half of the puzzle done now, has taken the lead.
Oh yeah, there you go. They go. Woo! Woo! Incredible.
Ma's got something going. Celebrating like she's won the challenge.
God, you got yours.
Sophie's actually quietly making progress over there, doing really well.
Yeah.
With no help from anyone. Nick not getting help from anyone either. But perhaps still in the lead in this challenge.
Soph making really good progress over here on the end.
What? You won't.
She's doing really well on the end there. Quite achiever. Just doing her thing.
Not worrying about anybody else.
Yeah.
Focusing on herself.
What am I going to say at that time?
Come on guys, keep going.
Keep fighting. Spotting the final three up for grabs. Done so well to get here. You don't want to be just missing out on final tribal council. It would sting. Michael's turned his attention from Ma to Sophie, thinking she's the next in line to the throne. Will this pay off for Sophie and Michael's help? Nick is closing in though. Down to his last 8 pieces. Nick gets a big piece. These pieces can fit in multiple
6 pieces
places.
left for Nick.
Closing up. Down to 5. Gets another one. Perhaps.
Down to 4, not quite.
Down to 4 pieces.
Nick down to 4 pieces. Keep pushing you guys, it's not over yet.
You can feel the win. You can taste that final tribal council. It would be 5 immunity wins in a row. Absolutely insane.
3 pieces down. Nick down to his last 2 pieces. And he's done it. His last piece. Nick wins the final individual immunity challenge. Wow.
Great job, guys. Good effort.
Damn, boy. You got us.
Great job. Mammoth effort. Nick, you've done it again. You have won individual immunity.
For the 5th time.
The 5th time.
Amazing effort.
Come
You're
over
into
and
the
pop
final.
it on again.
Into the final tribal council.
Into the final tribal council. Congratulations.
Congrats.
The other 3 were so, sorry, you did a good job.
Really
It was
great
a
effort.
really tough challenge, but well done.
So for one of you, you'll be just missing out on the final tribal council. It's really heartbreaking because you've worked so hard to get here. Sophie, Michael, Ma, one of you will be in 4th place. So we're going to give you a moment to think about it once again, and we'll see you very soon for your next tribal council.
Okay.
Head on out. Great effort.
Bad luck, guys. Well done.
That was really fun. That was really fun. Hey, we did it. We did it.
Oh my god. I can't believe it.
the hell? Okay, so they're all working together against me, and I just came and pulled it out of the bag. I can't believe it. I'm actually like, this just happened seconds ago. I'm actually speechless. A little like emotional right now.
I just think from the challenge, he'll probably push me because like he did help you. So, and I get like that was strategic so that Nick didn't win to fit immunity in a row. Well done.
I think Nick fits smart enough to get it.
Yeah.
He gets it.
The puzzle was ridiculously hard. So like every piece was this like beige color, and there's nothing to like, you know, sort of work on like patterns. You just got to fit shapes into one another. And oh my god, that was a killer, a doozy.
How many people does it take to multiply?
To do a puzzle or multiply or do anything.
Why
to beat
wasn't
you.
there like
You're better
a-
than us combined in
not
challenges.
True. That's not true. I reckon maybe you distracted each other. Like
Possibly. I feel like there were points where it was tough.
Like I was like, if someone's coming back saying, "Oh, you're looking for a piece that looks like this," I'd be like,
Too hard.
when they were all working together, I was like, "Oh my god!" But I was just like, "No, Nick, one piece at a time. One piece at a time. Just go one at a time." And I was just getting more and more hyped up as Dan and Liv were like, you know, "Oh my god, Nick's pulling ahead. Nick's pulling ahead." I'm like, "Let's go." Look, he's probably going to pitch, you know, one of you.
You should be like, I'll think
But-
about it.
Yeah, I don't know which one could be pitched.
I know Michael. I
Maybe
think he'll
you,
go for
'cause
me.
you-
I think he'll go for me.
So with the voting, I think there's no secret that I'm going to want Michael out. I think because I've won so many challenges, but one thing that's so important to be able to articulate in that final tribal is the fact that I have maintained an alliance and loyalty.
Like when I tried to take you out.
And then
all the
I
time.
finally took my brain on.
Maybe, nah. I mean, not all the time, but often. I mean, was it a surprise?
What, you've been trying to take me out for a while?
Like, why did you think you were in trouble? I think everyone was like, I mean, you can't win 3-4 immunities and be like, oh, no one wants me out.
Alright, well, I never gone for you, so.
Thank you. That's nice.
Sophie has a very defeatist attitude at this point. She's the perfect person to go to the end, and I think Nick knows that.
I personally feel like this, it's probably it for me, to be honest, and regardless, it's a very strong top three.
Yeah.
Like, if it's not me, then, and on the jury, you know, I've got to vote, and just have to see where that goes, I suppose.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's if I cop the votes here.
You back yourself. I'm gonna back myself. I don't care. I'm gonna kick and scream
Yeah.
until I get it.
I was actually very proud of how well I did in the puzzle. My brain was fried right at the beginning, but I feel like I came back quite well. So I'm actually, really proud of how I went with that. So that's okay.
It's tough being a finalist.
Are you going to write Michael?
I'm gonna write Michael.
Just because you wrote me last time, so I'm like...
Because no, I'm not. My reason is because Michael and I played together so much that it'd be hard for me to differentiate myself from him.
Right.
Doesn't make sense? Like,
Yeah.
we voted together all the time, so.
Yeah.
I think we would be like, oh, you guys are like identical.
Right.
And then we'll just divide the votes, which is not. I think you and I have enough different. Like, I
Yeah.
think we play.
I mean,
we have different stories.
I think if Michael goes to final three, he's going to win. By the way, I just want to reiterate to you guys from the start, this has been the three. Like, he could probably sell ice to Eskimos, so I think his final pitch will be very well articulated, and I think he would be the most dangerous person to take to final.
Firstly, congratulations on
Thank you
winning
very
that.
much.
I mean, it was pretty obvious.
What?
We didn't want you to win that challenge.
Dude, of course. I mean, of course.
I think that the jury are really favouring challenge performance and winning all of these challenges.
Oh,
Obviously, there's
I don't
more
know.
to Survivor than just
There's
that.
a
But
lot
no, I see them walk in and they've got a smile on their face when they see that you've won it. Firstly, it's really disheartening, especially considering like Ma and I were working together on that puzzle very publicly, and then when Sophie was doing quite well, ended up helping her out because really it was anyone but Nick. That was the plan going in, especially for Ma and myself.
Look, I'm going to be like just, you know,
Completely
honest with you because
You're not voting
like
Sophie,
I
you're voting
respect
me
you.
or Ma. Are you voting for me?
I'm
It's-
going to vote for you.
Sure.
Do you know why?
Why is that?
like we had a little sub-alliance from day one.
The three of you?
That's right. At least that was my understanding.
Sure.
But from the first vote. So like, I think it was kind of informal to start with, and then as things got a bit hairier,
sure,
you know. But having said that, Ma just told me she's been throwing my name out like left, right, and centre. So
yeah, she has a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So look, honestly, famous last words, but I do think I'm going to win. And
it's your game to lose.
I mean, look,
it is.
We'll see.
You know it is.
I don't know. I really don't know. You never know what's going to happen.
We just have a quick.
I just really like long This is like killing me. Michael and I promised that we wouldn't write each other's names down.
I'm not voting you. So you know who I'm voting. I'm voting for Sophie. So the ball is in your court. You have the opportunity to tie it up. Sophie and I go to fire making, or you can jump on board.
Yeah.
And you can.
It would be cool to do fire making.
There's two options on who I can vote. So we've got Sophie and Ma. Ma has been the person that I've been closest with since the start of this game, so I don't want to vote her out because Nick just said to me that he is voting for me, so I'm getting two votes because whatever Nick does, Sophie does. You know that, she's his lapdog in a sense, and she has done as he's wanted. Voting Sophie out only strengthens Nick's chances because I feel like if she's not there, she's 100% not only voting for Nick, but she will be advocating for him because she has been right in his pocket, and I mean that's a testament to his game.
I think I'll make my decision at the last second.
Sure. I'm letting you know now, I'm voting for you. You're voting for me. I know you're voting for me, so yeah.
Come on in! Final four, take a seat and we'll bring in the members of our jury. John, James, Mal, Joe, Mel and Anna voted out at the last Tribal Council.
All right, final four.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, firstly. And then a second congratulations to Nick. Again, deja vu, Groundhog Day. 5 immunity challenges in a row. That's amazing. How do you feel to be in the final Tribal Council?
So for once, I'm not going to say anything negative like about a target on my back or anything like that. Like, here we are, we've done it. So I'm absolutely stoked. I can't believe it, honestly, because they were all working together against me in the challenge, and then I pulled through. So I actually can't believe it. No, not all, but yeah, it was, yeah. Anyway, pretty stoked.
So what do you do now? What's the best option for you going into the final Tribal Council? Who do you pick out of Michael and Ma?
Yeah, for my vote, like any of these three are going to have such good pitches at final Tribal, and I honestly believe, to be honest, I crack under pressure and I fluster under pressure. So I think for me, it's just a case of the person that I think would, no offense to the others, but the person that would probably pitch the best to the jury.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's going to pitch well.
Yeah.
But I just think it's the biggest threat to my pitch.
Ma, you look quite anguished. What's going on for you, and what's this vote about?
Just sad. Honestly, this three. Oh, stop.
No, we've done so well.
I've been my titles from the start.
So how do you make your decision?
I think I just gotta think about myself now. It's hard because I think the challenge was like a metaphor for the whole game. Michael and I have been playing together from the start.
So is it safe to say that you will be sticking together this Tribal Council, Michael and Ma?
That's what makes it so hard. We made a promise that we would never write each other's names down. The other promise that I made was to Sophie, and I did break it before. So I don't know if, I'm just thinking, can I do it again with someone else? It's tough, because you want to win, but you also want to
position yourself in the best. Yeah, I actually thought I was going to be in trouble today. I was the only person who didn't write Anna last time, so I felt really vulnerable.
Yeah.
So, obviously going to be a heartbreaking decision either way. Does anyone want to make a last minute pitch before we vote?
I think I just need to remind people that, you know, if you play with somebody right from the start and you have such similar games, you know, and just remember that the jury's going to find it hard to set you apart. And I think you need to look at that and find what's best for you.
I will say in a similar vein, even though Ma and I have both played very similar games, we haven't always shared information with one another. We haven't always voted the same. So it's not as similar as it appears on the outside.
All right, well, with that, we do have to get to the vote. So, Sophie, you're up first.
Michael, my vote is for you. It's been a pleasure playing with you, and I'm sorry I have to do this, but you have no chance against you at final tribal, so yeah. If it's me that goes, all the best for final tribal. I think you'll do really well.
I've only got two options, Ma and Sophie, and Ma has been my ride or die since the start of the game. So that leaves me with one option, Sophie.
All right, we'll go count the votes. All right, first vote, Michael. Second vote, Sophie. One vote Michael, one vote Sophie. Third vote, Michael. Two votes Michael, one vote Sophie, one vote left. 13th person voted out, and the 7th and final member of the jury, Michael. Right, Michael, so close but yet so far. Congratulations for making it this close.
Thank you. Great game, but the tribe is spoken.
Thanks, Michael. Good on. All right, final three. Congratulations. You've done all you can. You've made it as far as you can.
Well done.
Well done.
It's not easy to get there.
Great effort. And now we do hand over to the jury, so they'll be making the decision of who is the sole survivor, the winner of Survivor Canberra, The Ultimate Sacrifice. Head on out. Start thinking about your speeches.
Firstly, I've had an absolutely amazing time here. It's been a great weekend. The hosts are amazing. Production and crew are all really amazing and accommodating and friendly. Obviously feeling heartbroken. I gave my absolute all this game, even though it sometimes didn't look like it in the challenges because I really sucked at some of them. But yeah, of course, it's heartbreaking to stumble so short of the finish line at the last hurdle. So yeah, heartbreaking.
Mike, unfortunately, I just happened to have another three-person alliance which has made it to this stage.
Currently, I feel as if Nick has a really good chance to win this game.
This is a vote that I was hoping I was never gonna have to make. I thank you for
everything we went through together. I could not have gotten this far without you, and I just can't wait to like go to a cocktail bar and get super drunk with you. I love you.
So the person that I would like to see win at the final three is definitely Ma, so the obvious choice is correct. We've played so closely together in this game. She's an absolute sweetheart. She's given her absolute all for this game. I feel like, yeah, she's been badass. She's built some great connections with people. She's gotten some really good intel from people. So I feel like she deserves to at least be heard by the jury. So, yeah, I would love to see a Ma win.
Alright, we did it. Oh, love you.
Very sad that ultimately it came down to writing Michael's name on a piece of paper. He's someone that I work with the entire time. We just had so much fun together. We were like, just like the power twins, like wonder twins over here.
Oh my gosh. I absolutely can't believe I've made it to the final three, but I guess you could say I have plowed through the competition to get this far, and I'm just so nervous. I think I'm really excited. Michael's just been voted out, and I knew that it was going to be between Michael and I. I don't know. I'm shaking.
For me, like right from the word go, as I've told both of you, like this was always my final three.
So I think I played a game that I had expected for myself. I built really solid social connections. So first and foremost, my game has been very, very social.
Everybody else helped us along the way, obviously, and we all did what we had to do. But I proudly never wrote either of your names down.
Wow, this experience, like, it's honestly been so fulfilling. And for me to get to final tribal council, it's just absolutely wild, because like I know there are huge strategic players here and they just bring so much to this game, but I'm actually really happy with myself and proud of myself that I've brought my style of game. So you know, I think I've made lifelong friends, and that's what's so beautiful about the Survivor Canberra experience, I suppose, is we're out here at Honeysuckle for 2 whole days, and I've made it to the end of the second day, which still just absolutely blows my mind.
Oh my god, final three. We're in the final tribal council. I just cannot believe it. I really thought I was going to be like first boot. I was like panicking. Didn't get much sleep the night before because of it, but here we are. I was always like, you too.
Yeah.
And that was it.
I think you. I love you.
I know you. I knew you.
I love you.
I
hope you take. I did target you, and I hope you take that as a compliment.
No, thank you. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think people are going to look at me and look for, you know, weaknesses like, you know, oh, all you did was win challenges, right? But I mean, like, I can talk about so many examples about where my allies came and told me, you know, information, or I was on the right side of the vote, like, and how I stuck loyal to people since the beginning of the game. So I'm really going to talk up the strategy and social side. Oh, I've had so much fun! Like, oh my god, even if I don't win, okay, I'll be bitter, but like at the same time, like I can't believe the run that I've had. Like I've gotten to have the full experience, and yeah, I can't thank like the players and the production enough. Like this is like fulfilling.
I'm feeling really, really happy, very proud of myself. I think I came here with no expectations. I came here with the mentality of take the game super seriously because I love this game, but I don't know, I was not gonna take myself too seriously. And I think I did that really well, so I'm proud of that. I think I hustled every single vote. I was trying to make something happen.
Right. Let's give each other help.
Yeah, let's absolutely do it.
Yeah.
Nobody was bringing my name up because everybody was thinking of me as an option to work with. And I think nobody was bringing my name, I hope, because everyone knew that if my name came up, I would hear about it. I'm like that meme of Leonardo DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street, like, I'm not going anywhere. That's me. Like, you're gonna have to blindside me, you're gonna have to use 50,000 advantages to outflank me, and I'm gonna hustle like I've never hustled. I'm gonna sweet talk, and I hope I'm eloquent enough to explain to the jury. I think I'm gonna be humble, I'm gonna be truthful, but I'm gonna own my game.
Oh my god, I can't believe the immunity streak. I mean, like, I trained so much. Like, I was, you know, running in the rain and all sorts of things in the lead up to this week. But still, like, there's puzzles, there's all sorts of things that I didn't train for, and I'm just like, what the hell? How did this happen? No one's been able to vote for me since pre-merge because I've always been covered.
For me to get to final 3 is such an accomplishment for me personally. And now I kind of think, well, why can't I win it, you know?
I was very shocked to hear that the vote was more between Sophie and Michael and me. I think Nick's really underestimating how much hell I'm about to give him.
Come on in. And we'll now bring in the members of our jury. We have John, James, Malcolm, Joe, Nell, Anna, and Michael voted out at the last tribal council.
All right, final 3. Congratulations for making it this far. You've done as much as you can. And now we hand it over to the jury. So we're going to start with jury questions. So we'll hand it over to the jury for their questions, and we'll start with John. Thanks.
Yes.
Congratulations for making the final 3, guys. With my question, I believe that game awareness is the most important thing you can have in Survivor, both what's happening in the game, but also how others perceive you. I want you guys to tell me what you perceive to be the biggest mistake you made in the game. Tell me how you recovered from it.
We'll start with Sophie.
Thanks for the question, John. That's such a great question. By the way, love the shirt. Love the Final Tribal shirt. I think for me, I made a pretty big mistake after merge, like a few challenges in, where I tried to help Nick fill up his water bottle. I felt like that was something I was doing to cement my alliance with Nick, I suppose. But not realising that you're not actually allowed to help in individual immunities, I then decided to sit myself out of the challenge so that I didn't actually impact Nick's game. So that for me was my own personal mistake, and that was the biggest mistake for me, and I was absolutely, sorry, I was absolutely seething after that, because I thought, well, I've made a huge mistake. I should have just played my own challenge, but it is what it is. And to come back from that, I just had to be resilient, I suppose, and just know that hopefully it did help and that my alliance had my back, through the votes.
All right, we'll head to Nick.
Thanks, John. Good to see you. Love the get up. Look, for me, I think I would go all the way back to the first tribal that we had for Kubadang. I think Grace was targeting me, and from what she told other people, it was because I hadn't made much effort getting to know her. And I, at the time, was like, what do you mean? Like, you were running off and, looking for rocks by yourself. But, in hindsight, I did really make effort to talk to everyone a bit more than her. And when it came time to vote, I didn't really have much conversation with her. And so, yeah, I mean, she came to tribal and she called us all bullies, and she said, you got to get Nick out and stuff, and that was the second tribal of the whole game. And it was pretty much a shock for me. I'm like, whoa, like, come on, are we seriously perceived like that? That's insane. But I did a bit of reflecting, and I think since then I've made it my honest mission to try and get to know each and every one of you. We didn't have long together, so I can't say much about our chats, John, but I think I really did respect everyone and want to get to know you on a personal level and make sure that, you know, everyone knew that I was genuinely invested in making some friendships here.
All right, and Mark?
Say my biggest mistake and regret was not thinking quick enough at the surprise Final 7 immediate travel cancel. I think letting Joe go, who was a very, very close ally of mine and who I think was on the same mindset as me, was a mistake. It was hard because he was like a unanimous anyone but me thing. I think the way I recovered after that was that I took my time. I identified Final 6, there were 3 very distinct couples in my eyes, which were, even by choice or not, it was Anna and Mel, and Michael and I, and the 2 next to me. And even though it was tempting to weaken Nick by taking Sophie out, I still wanted to keep my options open, which I've been doing the entire game. Kind of putting people in from the outside inside. The people closest to me, I tried to keep as long as I could. So I wanted to keep Sophie, and also I didn't want Anna to have a chance to maneuver using Mel and maybe getting something going with Nick to get either Michael or myself out. So that's how I saw that I recovered from that.
All right, thank you. So John, thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right,
Good luck, guys.
Thank you. We'll go with James.
Challenges. They're not everything. Despite the fact that I was dead man walking and yet I still had to play aggressive out of necessity. And yes, don't get me wrong, I probably was a threat and that's how it was perceived. However, do you regret not keeping me as someone who could have been cut off at any time when Nick walked away with every single immunity, where I potentially could have been someone that, you know, stopped him and give you a chance to eliminate him and then be cut off, you know, because no one had any allegiance to me.
Can I answer?
Yeah, so it sounds like a question for Mara and Soph, so we'll go with Mara and then Sophie.
James, your vote was the last time, the one of 3 times, and the last time that Nick was up for grabs, because he was immune through as tribes. We only went to tribes twice, and then at the merge he had legacy advantage.
Yep.
So the last time we had a chance. So you're completely right. I keep looking back at that tribal. In my eyes, the reason you went is because for me personally, was not because I didn't want to work with you, was because enough people from the 2 groups that I saw with Anna and maybe some of the women and Malcolm and Nick, they both wanted you out, and it was such an easy way for me to hide my hand and keep my card close to my chest before, and it gave me more time to stay hidden until I had to reveal my real plan.
All right, and Soph?
Thanks for the question, James. I made it no secret that I thought you were playing a really aggressive game. I had that perception right from the very first tribal council, from the very first challenge. In challenges, saw that you knew Banfield and things like that, and essentially he had to go when we were still Gooberdang, because if he made it to merge, we knew that you 2 obviously knew each other outside of the game, and he had to go from a tribe perspective. In relation to challenges, Nick was an absolute challenge beast. There's absolutely no hiding that. I actually came second in 2 of the challenges, so I was not expecting that at all. And I think, you know, I was so proud of that. And for me, if I was coming second, I did not mind at all that Nick came first. So yeah, I have absolutely no regrets that I kept Nick in the game and not yourself.
No, okay, obviously I completely understand that. Mara, obviously thanks for the answer as well. It's definitely giving me a good insight. But just quickly, Sophie, the way you sort of explained that just made me think that you were paying for Nick to win.
All right, thanks James. We've got Malcolm next.
Oh, look, I'm just going to address Nick. obviously you've shown the challenge side of the game massively, so I think you really need to sell the strategic side of things and whatever. So I want to ask, there was a moment at the merge vote, a little bit before we came down, you and I, we chatted, at the moment we were going to turn on the purples, go over to the oranges, and then I've heard stories after that. Can you just talk through that a little bit, how that fit into your strategy in the game?
Wait, so who were we voting for at that time?
So at that point we were going to flip, we were going to join our little orange crew over here.
Yeah.
And then it was the moment John walked across,
Yep.
and I sent John away at that moment, and then I was just confirming, like, okay, are we
Yep.
really breaking away from this? So just talk it through a little bit, because I think people need different strategy.
Okay, so honestly, I think that's a really good example of a time that I made a strategic move. So you came to me with that option, and you said, hey, look, we've actually got some numbers here. We could work with, James and Anna, like John called out, he got up and called out to everyone, we were actually talking there as a valid option. For me, I had an alliance with these two from day one, and that was really hard to like completely blindside them because I want to show loyalty in my game. So what I said to you there was that I will vote for Michael, I believe it was, and we agreed on Michael, and I 100% was going to vote for Michael. There was no doubt in my mind, because I also knew he had an idol. So I knew he had an idol and he was safe, but I was also going to appear like I was in both alliances. So after that vote, whoever went home, like I would have been able to say to you, hand on heart, yes, I voted for Michael. Oh, that sucks that we didn't get to pull that off, right? But I would also be able to have not pissed them off. So that was about trying to be in a position where I could actually play with both sides of the merge. And I actively took myself into that position by talking to you and having those conversations.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Malcolm.
So I don't have a question, it's a statement. The fact, I really think you guys used my lack of knowledge against me. I 100% was you. I wore my heart on my sleeve and you completely took advantage of that, and I'm fucking pissed. Especially because from the minute it was straight away, we're going to do this. You guys saw me, I didn't want to vote Grace unanimously, didn't let Banfield get in that unanimously. It fucking hurt to get voted unanimously. And yeah, it's just, I'm just angry that you guys just completely blindsided me. And that's all I want to say.
Can I just
All right.
address just one thing?
Do you want a reply?
I don't care.
All right.
That's my feeling. If you want to reply, go for it.
Can I just say, Joe, like, thank you for saying that, and as you said, you wore your heart on your sleeve. I just want you to know the conversations that were had at that time of the vote were based on not your lack of knowledge for the game, in that you didn't know how to play the game. They were based on your lack of knowledge for the game, in that if you got to the final three, you would win. Like 100%. If you got to this position here, you would win, because somebody that doesn't know the game, and I don't know the game completely either, but somebody that doesn't know the game, they sit here and the jury, like, you would win votes from every single person on the jury. If you were there, if you were here and I was there, you would have had my vote.
And mine.
Because you don't know the game, and so to get to that position, you've played the best game.
So it would have been I would have been willing for you guys to come talk to me. The blindside's what really got me.
And can I just say one more thing? So, I don't know if you noticed you received votes when Malcolm.
100% I knew they were yours.
I did not vote for you. So
I did.
No, it was not for me. The plan was to blindside you, and I fought so hard to get the votes for Malcolm. I was going mad because people wanted to vote you out, especially like I'm talking like the purples.
Yep.
And I convinced Michael to stick with us, and we picked up. Thank God we picked up. Unfortunately, I had to take Anna's vote. I'm not sure what she would have voted, and she can tell me later. I just and with those votes, with yours as well, we were able to get Malcolm out. I was actually clawing. This is why I say my biggest mistake was letting you go, because I panicked. Like, it made no sense for me to fight so hard to save you, to immediately give in to like the current of everybody. So I just want you to know that the vote
at final 8, everything I said to you, I meant it. Like you're reading my
Are you
mind.
satisfied?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we've got the point
Yeah,
across.
got the
Yeah.
point,
Mel, you're up next.
My question is, what was your strategic gameplay going in, and was there a strategic sliding doors moment that got you to where you are now?
All right, we'll start with Soph.
Thanks for the question, Mel. My strategic plan going in, honestly, like, I'm not a strategic player. I get flustered under pressure, but I hang my hat on my social game. And I guess if I had a strategy going in, it would have been to sort of align myself with like people that I think would be, you know, a bit stronger, so that hopefully I'm on the right side of the numbers at the beginning, because my goal for this game was to not be first boot. Like, so I wanted to, you know, align myself with people that I knew I could work with from the get-go, and just hope that that got me through, plus with my social game.
And was there a moment where things could have changed for you, like a sliding
A moment
doors
where things could have changed for me? I actually don't think I had any sliding doors moments, and I think the outcome of the game being that we have a challenge beast who was, I'll be honest, like my main alliance, and Ma as well. Had Nick not have won 5 individual immunities in a row, then I probably might have had a sliding doors moment, because he's a dangerous player, you know, and I didn't get that opportunity because he just beat us at all the challenges.
All right, Nick.
So I actually thought really long and hard about my strategy coming in. I've got pages of notes on my phone. Ooh, that win. But when I actually came to play, I thought, you know what, like, I've just got to go with the flow. I've just got to, like, try and make genuine connections with people and see who I vibe with, who I don't vibe with, and just, you know, trust my gut a bit. I feel like I know a lot about, like, survivor theory, like what to do and what not to do. But the reality was that you don't know what's going to be thrown your way. So I just wanted to, you know, go with the flow, really. And I think I also, like, I would say my strategy was to do well at challenges. One thing that I was doing, and I was texting Dan about this before coming, I was going for runs in the rain, like multiple times in the lead up, because I knew it was going to be raining on the weekend. I was actually starving myself for at least 48 hours before exercising each time that I did that, so that I knew when I came out here, I was able to, like, just, you know, hit the ground running in challenges without any sort of, like, you know, I'm not used to this. I cut out coffee for a week because I knew I wasn't going to have coffee here. Sliding doors moment, I think I think probably James's boot there. I threw a rogue vote on Soph, and that spooked everyone.
Thank you.
That spooked everyone, and what happened there is that all of a sudden people were saying, oh, Malcolm must have written it, or oh, Michael must have written it. And I was like, yeah, I reckon they did.
My strategy, I'll keep it simple, it's based on something that I love that Bruce Lee used to say, which is be like water, which means that water becomes whatever it's in. So if it's in a bottle, it becomes a bottle. If it's in a bowl, it becomes a bowl. So flexibility, it's about flexibility.
Be water.
So you need, when I get to my tribe, I'm like, what's the tribe like? I become what my tribe needs to be. I get myself in a good position. And in Survivor, you have, I think the key thing that a lot of people forget is that every single person writes their name down on a board. So my strategy coming in was not disregarding anyone. As hopeless as their situation was, starting with Grace, who was a 7-1 situation, I tried so hard to keep her in the game. Just because I was like, the person that everyone dismisses, that's the person that can help you in the end.
Yeah.
Community.
We'll go
So
in, yeah.
maybe answer the question speaking to the person that asked you the question, not the jury.
All right, Anna, we'll get you next. Yeah.
I just have a question for Sophie specifically. I was just wondering, I noticed that you like lied a lot throughout the game, and I think one time you lied was the advantage with Hayley. I just want to know, do you think this actually assisted your game, or do you think it more hindered your game? Because I noticed that like we all kind of picked up on it really early on, and I think it kind of just created a lot of mistrust to you. So do you regret doing that, or yeah?
Thanks for the question, Anna. Yeah, so I did have to lie about my ultimate sacrifice expiring idol, and I had to quickly make up a story to say like that I gave it to Hayley. I lied about that to everybody but the 3 people in my alliance. So Nick,
Yep.
Ma, and Malcolm. Everybody else did not know about that until we got, so then the sitting out of the 2 challenges, like I had to say, oh, that must have been part of Hayley's ultimate sacrifice. Like we made a bond, so she must have had to have sacrificed anyone in the game to sit out 2 challenges. Malcolm actually came back from an ultimate sacrifice and he backed that up, but he didn't know that information before he came back from that. So I know that once that happened and everybody had their idols out on the table, I know it caused a lot of mistrust from people, but for me, you have to lie, you have to cheat, you have to steal, but I stuck with my alliance and I was honest to my alliance the whole way through. Thank you.
Thanks, Anna. All right, finally we've got Michael.
Firstly, congratulations to all of you on making it through to this stage. Love each and every one of you. Again, echoing John's question, I find game awareness is more important than any challenge win, being on the right side of both. Well, I guess that comes part and parcel with game awareness. So I'd like you to each mention one thing where you feel the other 2 sitting up against beside you may have lacked in that.
So we'll go Ma first.
For me, it's really easy. I think you have heard a lot that the 3 of us had a really tight alliance, and every time, even Michael, when you warned Nick about the women targeting the guys, I heard about that. So I think the lack of awareness was not knowing that I had created another plethora of options for myself apart from these guys. I was committed to them, but I also had my own thing going on. I was a bit independent in that way.
Okay, Nick.
Yeah, look, it's actually a really hard question. What were they not aware of? I think probably, yeah, perception of just how like sticking so loyal to allies and not being willing to sort of flip and make moves can come across. Like for example, Soph, I really appreciated all the times that you helped me in a challenge or like things like that. But like they were really coming to me with my name every time it was being brought up, like every time.
Can you just repeat the question again? Sorry, Mark.
So I think that social awareness in the game is very important. So where do you think that the other 2 may have made a mistake in that aspect of the game?
I think in the game, Nick finding an idol in one of the challenges and just not giving me a heads up, like I think that was a bit of a mistake.
Yeah.
And also both of them writing my name down and telling me after the fact, like I thought, as an alliance, you would just like give me the heads up.
Great, thank you.
All right, thanks, Michael.
So my final wrap, I suppose, is I'm actually so excited to be here. I pride my game on my social game, and I don't know if I'm throwing myself under the bus, but my social game has been so important to me to keep it strong, and I actually crewed season 1, so I know the whole crew. So I had to be a very careful social player to make sure that nobody cottoned onto that. So yeah, I just pride myself on my social game, and I've had the best time. Thanks. Sorry, it was too long.
Okay, first of all, I've just absolutely loved getting to know each of you, like on a real human level. Seriously, like you're a bunch of legends. You all played fantastically. Thank you so much for this experience. Strategically, I think I was making all sorts of moves, playing rogue votes. Socially, I was like making sure that I got to know everyone, and I guess I was always favoring my day 1 alliance here, so I showed some loyalty. And in terms of outplaying and challenges, I mean, like, come on. No, I won a couple of challenges here and there, but like seriously, that all even came from the preparation that I had, like coming into the game, really trying to starve myself and like exercise in the rain and go without coffee. Like I really think like all those little details of it, all those bits of attention is kind of what got me here. And so, but I just want to say you're all amazing people and thank you so much.
Thanks, Nick. Finally, Ma.
Nice to meet again. Yeah, I think the best part, I have played one of these before. I didn't do very well. I learned a lot, but the thing I could tell you guys is that the friendships you make from this experience, I hope, is the best thing you take, because that was the best thing I've taken. One of them, John and I played together, and we are very good friends. Which was so hard to write his name down. So that's one of the things I want to point out. I voted correctly at every single tribal council, except when the only person who outsmarted me was Michael, maybe, but my name was never written down, it was never brought up, and I like to think it's because people always saw me as an option of someone they could work with later on, and I think people knew that if my name was dropped, it would get back to me. I hope that I had enough relationships that people had my back. I tried to have as many backs. Obviously, I can't bring 8 people to the end, and I didn't. Even though I was with these guys, I didn't commit. I fought tooth and nail to get Nick out, and it was just the challenges. I couldn't, but I tried. I wasn't just gonna come here, give him the money, give him the prize, and just, you know, like be like, well, but at least I was loyal. I tried. I really, everything, to the point that I was pairing up with people at challenges to beat this guy. I hustle. And can I just say one last thing? It is from a poem that I like. It's very quick. It's a metaphor that I love. The 3 of us, we are in the same position, so it's like a little bit like, I said it in my first, it's like a little bit like sailing. The wind blows in the same direction for everybody, but 2 boats can go in different directions, and the difference is how you set your sails. So I think tonight you have to decide whose sails you like the most, and it's up to you, and thank you so much.
Thanks, Ma. Really great speeches. But now the power shifts to the jury. So jury, just a reminder, you are voting for the winner. So final 3, you do want to see your name on the parchment this time. So we're going to get Anna to vote first.
So yeah, I just want to say really well done. At challenge based and strategy, that always gets my vote. Well done.
Sophie, well done for being someone new to the game and getting to final 3.
I'm incredibly proud of your game. It's been great getting to know you and wishing you all the best. Hopefully this is one of many votes coming your way tonight.
All right, so Nick, Ma, for the final time, we'll go get the votes. Congratulations, we'll read the votes.
Good luck.
Good luck, everyone. First vote, Ma. Second vote, Nick. Third vote, Ma. 2 votes Ma, 1 vote Nick. Nick, we're tied again. 2 votes Ma, 2 votes Nick. Ma. 3 votes Ma, 2 votes Nick. Nick, we're tied again. 3 votes Ma, 3 votes Nick, 1 vote left. The winner of Survivor Canberra Season 2, The Ultimate Sacrifice. Ma.
happy, I'm ecstatic. I really can't believe I won. I think Nick was gonna take it. I'm so glad it was a close vote because I'm really excited for us. And I can't believe the amazing friends I made. I really will take these friendships like forever. And this experience was really fun. I really didn't think I could do it, but a part of me was like, I'm going to try my hardest and just see what happens. Yeah, and credit to Soph and Nick as well, because I couldn't have done this without them. And special shout out to Michael, because I know he fought hard for me and I would have done the same for him. And
You played the game I wanted to play. You were always in the mix. You knew what was happening. You had your hooks in every relationship, every person, and that's how, even though you were never immune, you didn't receive a single vote the entire game. And that's why, Ma, I'm voting for you to win.
I guess drinks are on me tonight. Yeah, boy. Yeah, let's get some tequila shots.
On your door.
Dan's not ready.
Stand by. Quiet on set.
Okay.